People Carter YAHAWASHI Yasharala, peace be to the nation of Israel, whom are modern day so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Skirkaber Israelites, whom are the Israelite foreigners scattered across the four corners of earth, including within America, Babylon, the great, the main place of our captivity. We are the most high, Yahweh chosen people of the nation of Israel. So without further ado, as always, just want to give all praises, glory, infinite honor to my power. Go ahead and face the east, give all praise, glory, infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who was God of the living. Yahweh, or Hashem, Yahushai, or Rash, who is all praise to Heavenly Father Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahushai, and the Holy Spirit, who is our strength and our Redeemer, and our light and our salvation. All right, the same time in the Paleo Hebrew, we go to Utter Mashana, Kabwadi Mahasakwanim, Shalgat of Arakad, many double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, true shepherd of Israel, all the like minded Sequani will Akim across the four corners of the earth, also pushing sound doctrine, faith, and sincerity, and shalom and salutation to by Yahshua without the house of David, all the rest of one-third elect men, women, and children of Israel. All right, this lesson is entitled Pasach, Yahawashi sacrifice, the true sacrifice of a friend, okay, pursuant to St. John the 15th chapter. And this lesson is actually influenced by the beloved elder Yashawamba's video entitled Betrayal and Slander, because in these last days, as Yahawashi prophesied, the bloodshed of the prophets is going to happen again, as it happened in times past, okay? Due to many of our enemies seeking to spy out our liberty, pursuant to Galatians 2 and 4. Okay, because that lesson of the beloved elder brother Yashuramba, was prefaced off of an interview between Bishop Nate and a known informant, which is an Edomite informant by the name of Sam Kestenbaum. Okay, you look this guy up. He was a former staff writer for the Ford, and the Ford is an independent nonprofit platform for Amalek. So it's very interesting that Bishop Nate decided to sit down with this guy, where in the title of of that interview on the IUIC Denver page, which actually intrigued me, the Fred Hughes lesson was entitled "Israelis Sent Informant to Conduct Threat Assessment on the Israelites." Now, if you look at this on the outside looking in, you would think that, okay, well, Esau just sent a spy to IUIC, but then the leader of IUIC, which is Bishop Nate, still decides to sit down with this guy. So that was another red flag, because we already know that Bishop Nate is Bishop Nate and IUIC are nothing but Freemasonic sellouts, Freemason sellouts to the Rosicrucian order of Esau Edom. Is why they push that Western Christianity dogma in association with the truth. Hence why they keep calling on Most High and Christ and Jesus and so forth. Okay, or in this case, Most High, Christ, bless and so forth. All right, so we're going to have many spies and traitors. They're going to deliver the true prophets of Yasharala up to the magistrates and the governors. Okay, which are really just talking, dealing with Esau Edom's government to persecute us to death, and that's why we see the ensigns, of this prophecy dealing with the family of the word to come to pass. Okay, dealing with South Dakota and Georgia's anti-sin laws, Canada and Britain's moral decrees, which are similar. Okay, ultimately to outlaw the Bible is hate speech, because His word, it says in Jeremiah the 5th chapter, is burn these devils up. Okay, exposing their innermost parts of wickedness and deception. Okay, including that they are supposedly chosen people of the Lord, when they're the contrary, man. They're the enemies to this gospel. This gospel is never intended for you Edomites, you self-proclaimed Caucasians or white people, or including you Amalekites over there in the Holy Land. All right. So, and this guy Sam Kestenbaum, that Israeli informant, is a known journalist that covers so-called American religion or religion in America. All right, but yet Nate still decided to sit down with that guy. Okay, so a lot of these guys are, Yahushua already prophesied this, but this further this further emphasizes the significance of Yahushua's sacrifice. That in the midst of spies, okay, mainly of Jake, Yahushua stood his ground, okay, because he created us, so he knew He knows the innermost parts of men and what their intentions are. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off in the book of St. Luke 11 and 49. St. Luke chapter 11 and 49. And it reads, therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High, Yahweh, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation. All right. Verse 51, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perisheth between the altar and the temple, verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. All right. So, some of us are going to get put to death, like it says in Revelation, it's prophesied in Revelation 20 chapter. Some of us are going to be beheaded for the namesake of YAHAWASHI our shot. And there's no greater honor than that, to die for righteousness' sake, man. That's why we're being chastised now, within these trials and tribulations, including those of our own shortcomings in the spiritual warfare. Okay, for us to examine our flaws. Okay, within these shortcomings. All right, so that way we can be considered spotless and blameless before the judgment seat of the Lamb, like it says, and that's prophesied in 1 John 2:28. Man. Okay, so that's why in 1 Corinthians 11 and 32 it speaks about us being chastised now to suffer now, so we don't have to suffer with the world later. Because we're in a paradigm shift right now, where the righteous is coming up and overtaking the wicked. That's why in Psalm, I believe it's Psalm the 37th chapter, Psalm 37 and 32, I believe, or Psalm the 32nd chapter, it speaks about how the wicked will seek to slay the righteous, man. And we're within these times more so now than ever before, right? As we can see in the midst of Esau, Edom's moral decrees and policies and these little crafty, subtle tactics that he is utilizing to spy out the liberty of the righteous, man. Those who truly believe in YAHAWASHI Shah, specifically dealing with the prophets of YAHAWASHI Shah on the highways and the hedges. So this is St. Luke 11 and 52. Woe unto you, lawyers, for ye have taken away the key of knowledge. Ye enter not in yourselves, and them that were entering in, ye hindered. And as he said these things unto them, the scribes and the Pharisees began to urge him vehemently and to provoke him to speak of many things. All right, to implicate YAHAWASHI, just like they're looking to implicate us by sending these age provocateurs to entice us to get out of character, do something carnal. Okay, like that damn demon that came up to Elder Menachem Zakbah's camp, several months ago, with his shirt off and all that. And then in the midst of an Edomite cop, he shook his hand and whatnot because that nigga was sent to the camp. Okay, just like I have a lot of these agents and age provocateurs sent to our camps. All right, St. Luke 11 and 54, laying wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth that they might accuse him. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to St. Luke 20, and I'm gonna start from the top and read down to verse 8. It says, and it came to pass that on one of those days, as he taught the people in the temple and preached the gospel, the chief priests and the scribes came upon him with the elders and spake unto him, saying, tell us, by what authority doest thou these things? Or who is he that gave thee this authority? And he answered and said unto them, I will also ask you one thing, and answer me. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we shall say from heaven, he will say, why then believed ye him? Why then believed ye him not? But and if we say of men, all the people will stone us, for they be persuaded that John was a prophet. And they answered that they could not tell whence it was. And YAHAWASHI said unto them, neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. So he was cutting these he was cutting these demons, man, these devils of Israel, these wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay, that were spying out his liberty and sending others of a like mind that are conformed, whose minds are conformed to this world. Okay, to spy out the liberty of YAHAWASHI. Okay, and his beloved disciples who believe in the gospel, man. Okay, and the end goal of the gospel, which is an everlasting righteous kingdom of heaven, because these wolves in sheep's clothing, including these chief priests, okay, and you know, publicans and so forth, all right, like Bishop Nate, okay, admitting to Sam Kestenbaum, okay, that he is a cop, because when Sam Kestenbaum asked him, "What was your profession?" You know, and he said, "I was a cop." So he admitted that. Then he said, "Are you still a cop?" And then Nate kind of backtracked and said, "Well, I can't tell you that." So you know, so that said everything. That you know that said everything without saying everything. Okay, this guy is a modern day Roman centurion. And not to say that there's not elect members. There's not elect members that are modern day Roman centurions. You know, being of Esau's law enforcement. You know, but that's very fishy. That's very skeptical behavior. Okay, for him to not answer that question directly, and pivot away from answering that question directly, and then within the midst of him doing that, he's interviewing he's being interviewed by an Israeli informant, okay, in association with that nonprofit independent Amalekite platform, that I spoke about. You know what I'm saying? Look at this devil on screen. Now that I mentioned him, this journalist Sam Kestenbaum. All right, and this is devil here. All right, that Nate was interviewing. All right, yeah. So he was a former staff writer for the Ford, which that nonprofit independent Amalekite platform I was talking about. Okay, which is a pro Amalekite platform. You know, he also worked for the New York Times. So this guy's is an informant. Okay, for Shatan. Okay, in the spiritual warfare, like being sent to spy out of liberty, just like the rest of them. This is Saint Luke 20, and this verse 9 says, "Then begin he to speak to the people this parable: a certain man planted a vineyard and led it forth to husbandmen, and went into a far country for a long time. And at the season he sent a servant to the husbandmen that they should give him of the fruit of the vineyard. But the husbandmen beat him and sent him away empty." And that's these wolves in sheep's clothing, man. Okay, bringing forth evil fruit, like how I spoke about, I believe in St. John 15 chapter. All right, because their works are really of no abundance, because a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Going to the significance of the Pasach, man, and how the leaven that's within us is required to be purged from us, man. Okay, in order to be considered spotless and blameless, like it says in Job 11:15 and similar precepts. All right, this is St. Luke 11. It's like St. Luke 20 and 20:11. It's like St. Luke 20:11. It says, "And again he sent another servant, and they beat him also, and entreated him shamefully, and sent him away empty. And again he sent a third, and they wounded him also, and cast him out. Then said the Lord of the vineyard, What shall I do? I will send my beloved son. It may be they will reverence him when they see him. But when the husband saw him, they reasoned among themselves, saying, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, that the inheritance may be ours," because they understand the power of this gospel. Because these people understand that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is behind the Israelites. So when the prophets of the Israelites seen on the highways and hedges, prophesying against Messiah, being used as righteous vessels in the spiritual warfare, tear down the strongholds and stumbling blocks of these Edomites. And this is why they're looking to ban social media, okay, including TikTok, and then blame it on Moab, okay. But in all actuality, like Jay Rockefeller said, they should have never created the internet, because it's being used as this digital encyclopedia to expose the wickedness of these Edomites. Okay, that they're fraudulent, okay, mischievous, tyrannical madmen, okay, who has no limitations, okay, within their wickedness, man, because they can never have enough. They own. They essentially own everyone's finances through the central banks and the IMF. Okay, but yet they're still waging these these proxy wars and so forth. Okay, because because these bankers, these Amalekite the Amalekite throne of iniquity, um, funds these wars, both sides of the spectrum, including the war for them to perpetrate that they're supposedly the chosen people of the Lord, in 1948 by way of the Balfour Declaration, going back to 1917 by Lionel Rothschild. Okay, so you devils been perpetrating fraud for so long that you've been exposed, man, and you have other people exposing you outside of the circumcision. Okay, including your own people. And that's why you want to shut down the internet, but the damage is already done. You devils cannot rewrite prophecy, man. Okay, so all you can do is continue to send your spies, all right, and further contribute to the bloodshed of the prophets, because Yahawashi, okay, laid down his life for the prophets and the rest of the nation of Israel. Okay, mainly the elect, because his sacrifice was a true sacrifice of a friend. Okay, that will not be undermined by the wicked efforts of the devils to try to spy our liberty and demonize the prophets of Yahweh Shemashah. Okay, this is St. Luke 20 and 15. So they cast him out of the vineyard and killed him. What therefore shall the Lord of the vineyard do unto them? He shall come and destroy these husbandmen, and shall give the vineyard to others. And when they heard it, they said, God forbid. And he beheld them and said, what is this then that is written? The stone which the builders rejected, the same has become the head of the corner. He speaks about that same stone in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, and 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter. Okay, that's that stone disallowed by the wicked leaders of Israel, man. Okay, these wolves in sheep's clothing that have sold out to the Rosicrucian order. Okay, to receive the consolation on this side, to be millionaires and have, you know, and enjoy the carnal fortune that this world offers, that the devil offered Yahawashi in St. Matthew the 4th chapter. And this is why Yahawashi was the ultimate sacrifice. Okay, like it speaks about the book of Hebrews. Okay, that he sacrificed his life for the greater good, man. Because this is the second most powerful being of all existence, the Alpha and Omega, and he rode on a donkey instead of a horse, and he was homeless. Okay, so that further confirms that the Lord deals with the meek, the poor, the impoverished, okay, that are rich in the spirit by way of this righteous inheritance, pursuing St. James 2nd chapter. It only pertains to Israel. It doesn't pertain to Amalekites, man. Okay, which your victimized mentality, okay, perpetrating all kinds of carnality and witchcraft, and yet acting like you're the victim, man. That's why you're being exposed. That's why you send these spies, all right, to deliver us to you, to shed our blood, man. And the Yahweh Shemashah will permit that, you know, for some of us. Okay, but these sacrifices will not go undermined, because the Yahweh sacrifice, ultimate sacrifice for the entire nation of Israel, is not to be undermined, man. Okay, because the Yahweh didn't die for you Edomites, and this is what you're upset about. Okay, that our forefather Yaquab supplanted your forefather Asha out of the blessing, man. But you gave it up willingly for a piece of raw pottage, man, because you're devils. You are the devil, okay? Rejecting this chief stone, Yahawashi. Saying Luke 20:18, whosoever shall fall upon that stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever shall fall, it will grind him to powder. And the chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him, and they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him, and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him into the power and authority of the governor. And that's why Yahshua said, fear him not that could destroy the body, but rather fear ye him who could destroy both the soul and body in hell. And that's Abanal Yahweh. Because they're going to deliver us before the magistrates and whatnot, and persecute us to death. Okay, but so be it. Like it says in Revelation 12:11. They love not their lives to the death. This is not life that we're living, man. Okay? Because everything's temporary here. Like it says, 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. St. Luke 20 and 21. And they asked him, saying, Master, we know that this thou sayest and teachest rightly, neither acceptest thou the person of any, but teachest the way of the Most High truly. Is it lawful for us to give tribute to Caesar or no? All right, and a Caesar like a modern day president or prime minister. All right. But he perceived their craftiness and said unto them, why tempt ye me? Shew me a penny, whose image and superscription hath it? They answered and said, Caesar's. And he said unto them, render therefore to Caesar things which be Caesar's, and to the Most High the things which be the Most High's. and they could not take hold of his words before the people, and they marveled at his answer and held their peace. Because these people are truly fascinated by the true divine wisdom and understanding that is bestowed in us. So they come by, and they really come by to learn. Like a lot of these scoffers and scorners come on the comment board. They come on the comment board, okay, to learn from us. Like this scoffer, this scorner came on the comment board not too long ago, which I'm gonna do a response to. I'll write this out sometime later on today. Got cut, okay, by claiming that YAHAWASHI died for everyone. By quoting Joel, the second chapter. Using the same chapter that I used to cut him against me, but it backfired on him when I told him to keep reading it, saying in Joel 2:32, where it said that the word the word is only for the Israelites. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Then he asked me something about Apostle Paul. That I believe Apostle Paul, is a false prophet, and it sounds like Sakari rhetoric. So I don't know who this person is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these scholars corners come by to learn from those case in point. All right, but I digress. This is you know what? Let me go back to St. Luke. Get some more meat off that bone, because I believe there was let me get a couple more scriptures in that chapter. St. Luke 20. Actually, no, that was it. Let me get Romans 11:1. All right, Romans chapter 11, verse 1, and it reads, "I say then, hath the Most High Yahweh cast away his people? The Most High forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin." Talking about Apostle Paul. The Most High Yahweh had not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What the scripture said of Elias, which Elijah, how he made an intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, "Lord, out of one, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life." Because there's very few of us, man, that are sincere, that is sincerely bringing out the sound doctrine of the volume of the book, okay, of the sweetness and the bitterness, because bitterness is bringing forth the aspect of the word that offends people. But Yahushua said, blessed are they who are not offended in me, like Bishop Nate was demonizing us, saying that we teach to great women, which is a false accusation, because all we did was teach. All our elders and bishops on down have taught, as us, have taught that taught the marriage, the laws of marriage, man. Christina Deuteronomy 22nd chapter, how when you deal with a woman that reaches a flower for age, her menstrual cycle, that clearly indicates that she has reached the age of womanhood, and she is permissible by law, the law of the Lord, the word of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, to bear the children of her husband, her one husband, man. All right. So like a lot of these women become women around the age of the preteen age and whatnot. Okay. But in this satanic, wicked ass society, Esau claims that an individual becomes an adult when they reach 18, but yet he prescribed to the Bible back in 1983, proclaimed in 1983 the year of the Bible. What happened to that? In your Freemasonic court systems, you put your hand on the Bible, swear on the Bible, because you're devils, man. You've been exposed of using the word of the Lord, okay? The power of the word of the Lord to sway the opinions and the mind frame of people. That's what that movie, the Book of Eli, was all about. Case in point. And now you see that your kingdom, your satanic kingdom, is being threatened by the utilization of the power of His word by the prophets. Because why? It says in Philippians, we are the defenders of the gospel. And you don't want us to be defenders of the gospel. You want us to conform. We're not going to conform to wicked ass society, man. That's why you're gonna kill some of us. And that's fine, because you did the same thing to our Lord. Okay. We're not going to conform to your alphabet mafia. We're not going to conform to your feminism. Okay, your modern day Queen of Heaven, Semiramis worship. We're not going to conform to any of this shit, man, because this world is wicked, man. Because the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. So, Salakia, Romans 11, And and 4. But what saith the answer of the Most High Yahweh to him? I have reserved myself, I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Okay, all right, a pagan idol of worship, and that's why they resurrected that same idol down there in New York. Okay, which people got privy to it. So Esau changed it to the Ark of Nemesis back in 2016. That's what got your Baphomet idols down there in Salem, Massachusetts, and all across the America battling the great. Got your after school Satan programs, which I initially heard about in 2016. You see what I'm saying? So you devils are clearly normalizing your satanic religion. This is why you no longer need the concept of the Most High anymore, like the Yuval Noah Harari had mentioned. That's why you're coming after us like never before. Okay. Verse 5, Romans 11:5. Even so, then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. So you cannot deceive the very elect, like it says in Matthew 24 chapter. Okay. All right. You're just looking to spy out our liberty to further see who is weak in the camps. Okay. So you can further prey on them. Okay. Case in point. All right. This is St. Matthew 23. Let me see where I'm gonna start. St. Matthew 23. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab St. Matthew 23 and 29. All right, and it reads. I'm gonna read all the way down to 38, to verse 38. So bear with me, Baba Shah. St. Matthew 23 and 29. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous. Sepulchres like a monument. Verse 30, it says, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherewith ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. See how y'all just cutting these devils, man. You say, all right, well, you're witnesses to yourselves, okay, because your own tongue is a further revealing that you are the offspring of your forefathers who killed the prophet, because there's nothing new under the sun, man. Like you said, within the generation, the prophets, some of the prophets shall be killed. Okay, some of us won't taste death, but a good number of us will, because it's all a part of the balance, man. St. Matthew 23 and 31 again. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up them the measure of your fathers, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? And this is going to come. It's not that Greek mythological folklore that Esau has, conditioned our people through by inciting fear that, we're going to burn the lake of fire forever if we're wicked. When it's hypocritical, because that would include him. But the hell is actually a condition played out on earth, and that's going to come mainly within this second death, that lake of fire of this last world's war, Armageddon, man. Okay, modern day World War III. So by that terrorist attack that just happened down there in Russia, that resulted in 100+ fatalities at the little musical festival, whatever the case was. That's a further war provocation of Babylon the Great and NATO against Russia and their counterparts to further provoke Russia to nuke this bitch, as is prophesied in Isaiah 13 chapter. How modern day Sodom and Gomorrah will be burned, okay, by her enemies, her adversaries, especially the BRICS Union, man. So all the proverbial puzzle pieces are in place for YAHAWASHI to bring forth these end time prophecies, man. The next one is the mark of the beast, the microchip. That's why Elon Musk, or one of Elon Musk's patients, spoke about how they have it was reported how they have the capability of controlling computer video games with their minds, or with their mind in this case. So these are further insights of these parallel times we're in, of these end time prophecies come past, and this is why the time's speeding up like never before, man. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Pasach, you know what I'm saying? It was just like it seemed like a few hours ago I was just keeping the Pasach, man. and keep it at the beginning of Pasach anyway. Deal with the ceremony and whatnot. Now it's almost 8 o'clock. So Yahweh Shemashai is speeding up these times never before. Is a part of these end time prophecies to bring forth the fulfillment of these other end time prophecies to get us out of here. Okay, out of mystery devils, man. So a first fulfillment of prophecy is you being permitted by Yahweh Shemashai to shed the blood of some of us, man, like a number of us, like you did our Lord. Okay. Because he said, like Yahshua said, if they kept my sayings, they'll keep yours. The servant is not above his Lord, not above his master. That's why Yahweh Shemashai, has permitted for us to be put to death. Okay? Abanawi Yahweh has permitted for us to be put to death. Some of us will be put to death. St. Matthew 23:32. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? Okay, when you call somebody a viper, you call them a snake, like a snake-ass nigga. That's equivalent to somebody like that grew up in the hood or whatnot, calling another Jake a snake-ass nigga. Okay, for example. All right. Verse 34. Wherefore, behold, and this, which means what? Those would be considered fighting words. Further confirms Yahushua was rough. The Messiah was rough, man. The Mashiach Yahushua was rough. There was no soft, effeminate, docile, weak, dormant Charlie Manson looking Edomite with shrinky hair and leprous pigmentation, or leprous skin. Okay, he was a warrior. Okay, an austere stoic. Okay, dark skin with a white woolly afro. Okay. Say Matthew 23:35, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom he slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon the generation. O Yerushalayim, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathered their chickens under her wings, and ye would not. So he's calling them out for being false shepherds, man. You're supposed to be the chief priests and rulers of Israel, but you're misleading the flock by not teaching them well. Okay, like it says in Isaiah 1:17, now how it goes to the significance of learning to do well. And in learning to do well, we have to rebuke ourselves, man. Okay, daily. Because this flesh that we're trapped in, this chain of darkness, this filth, okay, wants, it desires comfort. And Esau understands that. Okay? That's why he sensationalized the pleasures of the flesh through gluttony, through sexual liberation, and so forth. And that's the wages of sin which brings death. Okay, and this is why Esau has the power of bringing death through his blessing, the sword. Okay, which he's going to further use upon those who will not ultimately bow down before this beast system and bow down to their lusts. Okay, by taking his chip to save their carnal lives. Yahushua said, for those who look to save their carnal lives shall lose them. Okay, and that's why these people hate us, because the righteousness that we speak is a burden to them because of wickedness being normalized and looked at as righteousness, being that everything has been turned upside down in the satanic world, given to the hands of the wicked Edomites. St. Matthew 23 and 38, so like, behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Okay. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Yahweh. Okay. So, but they rejected the Lord. That's why in St. John 8 chapter, Yahushua spoke about that. That how, those who refuse that he's the Messiah, the Mashiach, they're going to die in their sins. And that includes those of the circumcision, man, faking the funk. There's one thing to know your Israelite and preach, the knowledge, the ancient knowledge of us being Israelites. But another thing to live this gospel, not be a hypocrite. In order to do that, we have to deny ourselves, man. When we go off, we have to acknowledge that we went off. And this is pretty go into the significance of the Passover, the purge us of our leaven. Okay, just like actual leaven, when it's consumed, can bring forth ailments. Okay, just like no different than spiritual leaven, iniquity. Okay, wicked tendencies and habits, shortcomings uh, and whatnot that is not unprofitable, that is not profitable for salvation, man. Okay, this is St. John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you. Okay, Yahweh Shemashah did not command us to sit down with informants, man. Okay, Yahweh Shemashah did not command us to be in a spirit of mirth and folly during the Pasach, to be in strip clubs, to have to be in the spirit of to be to conjoin the Pasach with like a musical festival kind of setting. Okay, Yahweh Shemashah did not command us to be in temples made with hands, where the Holy Spirit does not dwell in. Pushing the Acts 7 chapter for academic, you 501c3 charter documented so-called churches that have privately interpreted the scriptures for your own belly, for the gain of your own belly. That's why you pass a collection plate around multiple times, which is nowhere in the scriptures as well. Okay, St. John 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knows not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. Okay, and and who has Yahweh by Shemashai made known his secrets to? Pursuing Amos 3:7 and so forth. It's a elect remnant of Yasharallah. All right, so I'm going to get that at Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and start at verse 25. All right. Salakia. All right, as soon as I can get there. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 25. It says, "For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, Yahweh, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty, Yahweh. Therefore can no undefiled thing fall into her." And it's talking about Sophia, the Greek, which is Greek for wisdom. Verse 26, "For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, Yahweh, and the image of his goodness. And being," and here's the point, verse 27, "and being but one, she can do all things and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new," meaning refreshed. Or in Greek, that word is kainos, means refreshed. "And in all ages entering into holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High, Yahweh, and prophets." Okay? And the only nation that pertains to, pursuant to Acts 3:25, the nation of the prophets is Israel. So in order to be a prophet, you have to be a Hebrew Israelite, man, of the law to respective tribes. And this is why it's not a coincidence that you see a whole bunch of so-called black and indigenous men out on the highways and hedges, because they are the lost tribes of Israel, the southern and northern kings, respectively, man. Wisdom of Solomon 7:28, "For the Most High Yahweh loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom." And wisdom is a gift, along with faith, only spiritual gifts only given to a spiritual people. The only spiritual nation that Heavenly Father Yahweh created is Yasharallah. Those are the friends and prophets that Yahweh died for. Okay, going precept upon precept, we get this understanding, man. Okay, so when you go into a sermon, okay, you reading these certain epistles or whatnot. When you go into a sermon, you're supposed to use multiple precepts to substantiate what you're preaching, what you're bringing forth, man. Okay, so this further confirms who Yahweh shed his blood for, because his ultimate sacrifice was for the legacy of the nation of Israel. And that's what we're fighting for. No matter how much they slander, and see, a part of the condition of the battle is to be slandered, for these false accusations to be brought upon us. Okay. Verse 29, for she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars. Being compared with the light, she is found before it. That's why, Yahweh, the eyes of the Lord, YAHAWASHI Mashah, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, so there's no getting around. You cannot swindle the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, because really you're playing yourself if you think so. If you think so, man. Okay, proud of interpreting these scriptures for the gain of your own belly. Okay, or including selling out. Okay, St. John 15:16, it says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you." Okay, and this is what we're sowing, man. Okay, the fruit of the word, to bring forth fruit, the first fruits of Israel, the elect. That's what we go out there to fish for. Okay, we're not concerned about anybody else. Okay, because YAHAWASHI Mashah is not concerned about anybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and segue over to Galatians chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 6. All right, Galatians chapter 4. Slakia. Galatians chapter 4, verse 6, and it reads, "And because ye are sons, the Most High Yahweh has sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of the Most High Yahweh through Hamashiach." And this is why Yahweh's ultimate sacrifice through his bloodshed was for remission of the sins of Israel. That's why in Acts 5th chapter, it prophesies, it speaks about how Yahweh shed his precious blood for the remission of the sins of Israel, man. When them devils, the Roman devils took their cat of nine tails, all right, and them leather straps with bone, glass, whatever, metal and so forth that was attached to it, ripping the flesh out of our malaks, out of our malaks of flesh, it brought forth lacerations of blood. Okay, and we're gonna see how bad they tormented him, man. We're gonna feel sorrowful that much more when we see that. That goes into why in 1 Corinthians 11 chapter speaks about partaking in his feast unworthily, man. Okay, further going into the significance of the body, how there should be no schisms in the body. So if there's any wrongdoings amongst the congregation of Yasharallah in any aspect, those wrongs should be righted. Okay, through meekness and true sincere repentance, man. Because what we do into the body is what we do into YAHAWASHI. And we come to learn that more, okay, then the more experience that we learn is truth, man. That certain things are not, most things are not intolerable, as most things are not tolerable by YAHAWASHI Mashah. And this is why death is going to be administered upon those who don't understand that, man. Okay? Because they were not blessed with the spiritual eye salve, that spiritual ointment of this word, which is ultimately the Holy Spirit, to see and understand and comprehend the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man, and what it takes to survive. Okay, what it takes to be spared in our temptation, man. Okay, when that devil, Esau, when Esau Eden brings that chip. Okay, and when YAHAWASHI brings that wrath, and within the aftermath of that chip, bringing that hellfire, okay, from the heavens, upon the world, man. Like YAHAWASHI said, think not that I've come to send peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather a sword. I've come to send fire on the earth. Was what YAHAWASHI mentioned, roughly paraphrasing, man. He's coming to bring fire on the earth, man, to incinerate people, wicked people. Okay, and out of fear and trembling, we hope that we're not, and I speak for myself, I hope that I'm not one of those, man. That's why we, through the terror of the Lord, YAHAWASHI Mashah, we persuade men, like it says, I believe in 1st or 2nd Corinthians 5 and 7. Okay, or the 5th chapter. So we're in the 5th chapter. Anyway, Slakia. Back Galatians 4 and 7. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of the Most High Yahweh through Hamashiach. So through Yahawashi's noble sacrifice, we're grafted back in within this ministry of reconciliation. So remember that we are the ancient Israelites. No, we're not black, we're not Negroes, we're not Shiners, colors, niggers, spicks, spooks, beaners, indigenous, Indians, Chicanos, Latinos, Nika and Tlaka, none of that shit. We're Hebrew Israelites that lost the tribe of Israel, man. That's what Yahushua died for. That's why he wept. Because of how far we have fallen. Okay, so it's only through him, okay, that we still exist, and that we have the luxury of earning and gaining the kingdom of heaven, okay, through the fruit of our works, okay, producing our cause of righteousness, fighting against wickedness, man, okay, including our own wickedness within our own leaven that we have, man. So this is Galatians 4:8. Howbeit then, when ye knew not the Most High Yahweh, ye did service unto them which by nature are no powers. Okay, and so our people are idolaters, man. Okay, they worship idols, they worship other people as idols, like Esau, Edom. Because they took, they took that vow to the Greeks. Okay, spoken about in First Matthew, the first chapter. All right, and these men still exist. So I'm going to grab Psalm chapter 116 and 14. This is the book of Psalm chapter so like in 116 and start at verse 13. I would take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And that's the only name that we are permitted to call on, are required to call on under the sun, percent Acts 4 chapter. All right, and within the judgments, within the judgment seat of Hamashiach, it speaks about in Zephaniah the first chapter, that day of darkness and gloominess, where the wicked people are going to wish they weren't even born, man. That's how bad it's going to be out here. Okay, Psalm chapter 16 and 14. I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of all his people. And this is what we do by offering the prophets, offering up our lives as reasonable sacrifice to the Lord Yahweh, because it's better to be sacrificed for righteousness' sake than wickedness' sake. By a lot of you celebrities, okay, all right, that sold out, you celebrity Jakes mainly, that sold out to Esau, Edom. Okay, you've come to the understanding that your sacrifice was for nothing. We have to sacrifice your loved ones, your mothers, your brothers. Okay, these blood sacrifices, because nothing new in the sun. These heathen, the natural heathen, including Edomites, were doing these things in ancient times. Okay, all right, offering blood ritualistic sacrifices. Okay, to these altars of Baal, Molech, and so forth. Okay, and that's why Amalek's so-called Star of David, which he's not of the descendants of David, okay, is of the Star of Remphan. Okay, another idol, another pagan idol, because you devils are wicked. Okay, you are the man of sin, sons of perdition, the fowler, and you've been exposed as such, man, because shameful spewing has been cast upon your glory. Okay, where the foundation of Edomite strength through your appearance, okay, and your facets of wickedness through America, Babylon Great, through patriotism and all that shit is being casted down. Because the glory of America, Babylon Great is being casted down because the glory of the Edomites is being casted down. This is why this gospel is a threat to you, because it was never intended for you. Like it says in Wisdom of Solomon's second chapter, speak about the infamy of your education. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. That's why you through your scholastics, institutions, okay, you taught us your curriculum, your Edomite curriculum, like Christopher Columbus supposedly discovered America. It's a goddamn lie. When the true founding fathers of America, so to say, Babylon Great, okay, are the Northern Kingdom Jakes. Okay, this is Psalm chapter 116 and 15. Precious and precious in the sight of the Lord, Yahweh, by Shemashai, is the death of his saints. Okay? So that's why Yahweh by Shemashai can permit for some of us to be put to death. Okay? Because there's no other righteous, there's no other greater honor, no other greater righteous honor to die for righteousness than for righteousness' sake, man. Okay? So yeah, you make your move already, man. Like the beloved other brother, Amawan Gabar says often, man, make your fucking move already. Stop kicking the damn can down the road with your rusty boot and get this shit cracking already. We keep saying that because we want it to happen. We understand that it's up to Yahweh by Shem and Shah to finally bring Jacob's trouble by within a hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. That's why the whole border crisis situation is a Trojan horse Esau is using to further justify shutting this place down. Okay. Psalm 116 and 16. O Lord Yahweh, by Shemashai, truly I am thy servant, and the son of thine handmaid that has loosed my bonds. Okay. You know, so Yahweh by Shemashai loosening our bonds of captivity. Okay, and the main land of our captivity being that where we were to be you know, where we were to to be subject to payments, pursuant to Baruch 3rd chapter. All right. So this is Revelation 2 and 10. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay? And this is our reward. So I'm going to end it off on that note, because that's why Esau has his Noahide laws, going to the guillotines and so forth. So, that time is here. It's just a matter of time for a manifest. So Aaron writes out is further edifying and exhorting for those who tuned in and may end up tuning in, and we give all praises, glory, infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the God of living, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. All right, all praise to Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of the God, Son, Yahweh Shai. All right. And Muwafla the ball to the wicked. All right, Shabbat Shalom to your elect. Ratazah. All right, you Akim and a few Akwata having the blessed Pasach, a Tawah Pasach. All right, with that, Shabbat Shalom once again. On to the next one.